everywhere around us are things we can use to help our health. This is called Hippuricum papyrotum, and it actually has some red thing in it, like the red element, like the blood of Saint John. Against cramps, and it's diuretic, it makes you pee, and it helps you to digest things, especially gall. And you notice that it's like a signature when it's yellow, that things that are yellow often help the gall. For example, the dandelion, we'll get to that. Mm-hmm. You can use the fresh and dried flowers. Then the oil is good if you have, it's good really for all the nerves. So the oil is good for if your nerves hurt here, like your muscles hurt. It calms the nerves there. So that's St. John's wort. So let's move on. And we don't have to go far. And we find the leaves of, does anybody know what this is? Very common? Dandelion. Dandelion. In stinging nettle. You get one demerit. Sorry. It's called, dent de lion is like the teeth of the lion. Or in French it's called pissenlit, which means, and we're back to it, piss in the bed.
Wow.
So let's look it up and see.
Does it make you piss in the bed?
Well, let's find out.
That's what we're going to find out, isn't it?
We are going to know in a few minutes.
There's a common wee factor happening here.
Yeah.
Everything.
Now, this is a really, really good medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it comes in the spring just when you need this. You know, your body is kind of sluggish and tired from the winter, and you need something that's going to clean you out. And it is so good for the liver. And again, it's bitter. It's actually imitating your body, you know. So again, it's not only does it make you pee, pissenlit, it also helps the pancreas and the gall. It helps the appetite, and it's against rheumatism. And again, it's against rheumatism because it cleans out the body. Rheumatism is often caused by a lot of people who eat excessive amounts of meat and get uric acid in their system have problems with rheumatism, and this is kind of helps it to be cleaned out. And as I told you yesterday, you can make a wonderful coffee-like substance. You shred it in a machine, the dandelion roots. Shred it in the machine and then put it in the oven, and as opposed to putting the whole roots in the oven, because that would take much longer. And just keep mixing it for a while. And I have some left from last year, which tastes very good. And I can give you some. You can make yourself some dandelion coffee. And they used it as coffee during the war and so on. Now, here's something interesting. Where you walk, very often paths will have this. And this is something which I prize very highly. It's called groblad in Swedish. They're literally everywhere, and some of them are very big. We've been eating them, and we've been eating their flowers. What did they say the flowers taste like? Peas or mushrooms?
No, mushrooms. But the early ones are better.
It's good against coughing, again, anti-inflammation. If you have an itch, it helps you if you have itches. And also against wounds. You can take this and put it in your mouth and chew it a little bit, and then put the juice on there, and it soothes it. I can tell you how to use it. They suggest as a tea or a syrup, if you have something wrong with your lungs, like a cold, or for children coughing, or you could make a poultice. A poultice is like what we were talking about, you squeeze it together or you could press out some fresh juice with insect bites and with bleeding. So you see, we haven't gotten several meters, and we already found so many things. So let's go on and continue. The people think you're going on a nature walk, you know, they're getting their big boots out, but let's see, maybe there's something about clover. You can eat it. And it's very nice. It's got kind of a honey in it. Very tasty. You can make a rinse for your hair against dandruff. But what's better against dandruff, and here it comes, is never using shampoo again in your life. Because shampoo robs you of balsam
The oils,
and makes
yeah.
the hair oily. I haven't used shampoo in 20 years and feel it. Just like yours. You can use it for build up your blood, and again, if you want to pee, and again, it's good getting down the blood sugar a bit. Yeah. And you can use it outwardly to make your blood circulation better. So, in other words, one of the things you use it for is anemia, edema, diabetes, and on the outside for rheumatic problems. So there we have it.
They're also good in gardening because they're mineral accumulators.
So you would use them as a compost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they send down, they're dynamic accumulators, which means that they send down roots down to the subsoil and pick up minerals that accumulates in it.
In the plant.
Yeah.
I went to a colleague and got valerian in homeopathic form, and it just chilled me out. I just relaxed, and they just, whatever they did. I remember one of the kids saying, "You're so cool, miss. Why are you, the fröken is what they used to call them in my day. Why are you so cool?" And I was thinking, like an American ad, thanks to valerian. Basically, it's very good for the nerves. It's good, it relaxes you. And if you want to go into detail, I mean, there are different functions. Like some things function by making your heart not as beating as fast, and some things go on the nerves that they make you feel cooler, like Hypericum there that we looked at. That kind of makes you not care, you feel kind of happy.
So
If you wanted to use it,
Huh?
you would wait until a little longer when it stops
if I
blooming.
want to use it.
Yeah, you can. I have some roots you can have.
Oh, but it's
Sure.
the root.
Yeah,
And what do I do? A tea or?
yeah, you do a tea, and it's really nice. Sure, you can use it. Now comes something very interesting. We go to what you think are just ordinary garden plants. It was my first homeopathic medicine, so I wanted to find it in nature and make my own. Medically, it's for the appetite, it's good for the gall, it's for, again, cramps. It's also good for, if you don't get your period, helps it along. Not the same thing as abortion. And, yeah, I know you were. I could pick it up from the air. But this is calendula, ringblomma in Swedish, and it's called marigolds in English, I believe. And it makes a wonderful hand cream. It's pink. This is the Swedish version of it anyway. It's called Symphytum officinalis, and I think that symphytum, it has to do with bones. Again, inflammation, and if it's hurting you, and it's, oh, thank you, Donna. Healing for sores, antibacteria. It's good for cell growth, so for, and inside a low dose of it takes down your blood pressure. So that's good too. And a high dose raises your blood pressure and also makes you poop. And you can make a poultice of it, of the fresh root, for wounds or sores that don't heal well. So now we have two things for sores that don't heal well. So we can heal all our sores. Everywhere around us are things we can use to help our health.